As some of you may know, I have always been interested in historical food. I have a large cookbook collection ranging from 1889 all the way up to 1970, and I find the menus and the cooking methods to be so fascinating. So today I thought I'd take you back to 1943, utilizing the victory binding of the American Woman's Cookbook, and spend a day eating like a housewife of the era might have eaten. In this cookbook, there are menus for breakfast, lunch, supper, dinner, seasonal menus, and also special occasion menus. And in the back, there is also a special wartime edition of How to Feed a Family of 5 for $20 for a week. According to the U.S. inflation calculator, $20 in 1943 translates to about $370 today. I would love to undertake making that entire menu at some point, but for today I have chosen a breakfast menu, a lunch menu, and a dinner menu, and I am going to share them with all of you. I will be adjusting the menus slightly to what I already had in my house. So for breakfast, the menu I chose was stewed apricots, cornmeal mush, buttered toast, coffee, and milk. I did not have any cornmeal, so I decided to make malto meal, which is another menu item in this book. And I added dried blueberries because I didn't have apricots. I felt like the meal needed something a little bit fresher, so I added some canned oranges. I personally tend to prefer more vegetables and fruit for breakfast than what is in this menu, but due to war rationing, this was an era when canned, pickled, preserved, and dried foods were much more common. Most of the breakfast menus in this book feature things that can easily be made from just a few simple ingredients, and there are not a lot of fresh foods suggested.
No, I would love it to rain today, so then we could get our jammies on and then we get cozy and watch a movie and have some snacks. You made us a snack tray. I'd love that. Yeah.
Well, I can't do the rain, but I could do the rest of it.
Pippin, are you gonna eat chocolate? Paw Patrol?
I found this meal to be very filling and easy to make, and a little bit nostalgic. When I was younger, we lived with my grandma for a time, and malto meal was one of my favorite things that she would make for breakfast. I haven't had it in a very long time, so eating it for the first time in many years brought back some fond memories.
Alright, before we get any further into the video, I'd like to introduce the sponsor of today's video, who is June's Journey. Now, if you grew up with the I Spy books like I did and spent hours poring over them trying to find every little thing in those books, you are going to love June's Journey. It is a find the object game, and it is driven by June, who is trying to solve the mystery of her sister's murder. It is set in the 1920s, and the costumes on each character are so good. I love how rich the scenes are. I could literally spend hours just poring over each scene as I try to find the objects. Sometimes I wish I had a moment to just pause and just look at all of the little details. Aside from being a find the object game, it is also a decor game, and you get to decorate your island. You have your manor, you can have an orangery, you can have, I don't even know, there are so many decorations, and I'm currently focused on trying to get all of these seasonal set, which right now features all of these little summertime activities like an ice cream truck and a vacuum salesman and all of these like retro, nostalgic, summertime feeling decor items. It's so cute. And on top of that, there are also seasonal events and games, so you can play sweep the board and find the difference and all of these things which keep it exciting no matter what. I usually play June's Journey when I need a little brain break from work. As you all know, I work from home and I am editing a lot, and it's a good reminder to take a break and give my brain a little bit of fun and relaxation so that I can be a better editor, more focused, more on top of things. You definitely need a little brain break. And besides that, it's just fun storytelling, great costuming. As somebody who loves historical everything, you all know I love the costumes and the sets, and it's just one of my favorite games. I have played it on and off over the years, and this reminded me to download it and get my island back to where it used to be after I got my new phone. So if you would like to download June's Journey and have a fun find the object game for yourself, you can do so through the description link or the QR code here on the screen. It is completely free to play, and it is so much fun, and I hope you all like it. Now let's get back to our day.
For lunch, I decided to try the menu that included a peanut butter sandwich, but I decided to try the peanut butter sandwich variation that I found the most interesting in the book, because yes, there are recipes for sandwiches This one in particular is peanut butter and onion, which is not a combination that I grew up with, but I have heard from some friends that this is something their grandma used to make, and I thought it might be really interesting. This menu also included watermelon cocktail, which is a watermelon salad, if you will, consisting of watermelon balls, powdered sugar, and mint. The most common fruits I noticed in the menus were melons, bananas, and grapefruit. I hope you all will forgive the sound of our air conditioner going in the background. It is inevitable at this time of year, and I could not film without it. The watermelon cocktail salad is served with a garnish of mint, and it is a very simple dish. I found it a little funny to add sugar to watermelon because it is already sweet, but it did taste good. To finish this meal, there is a serving of tomato juice, which I personally love. I grew up drinking V8 juice, and it is still one of my favorite things to have, but it might not be to everyone's taste. Personally, I really liked the peanut butter and onion sandwich, as it reminded me of one of the salads I have been making lately, which is a cucumber salad with a spicy peanut sauce. The combination of onions and peanut butter is not as odd as you might think, unless you really don't like either. And while I might suggest using a sweeter onion than I did, overall it was not bad.
So really quickly, I have to interrupt this video and make a very important announcement, and that is that my book, The Devil and the Midwife, is available now in paperback and as a hardback. Oh my gosh, it's my book. It's my book. Look at it. So, you can now order this as a pre-order. It comes out on August 1st, so in a couple of weeks. So get your pre-order in if you want to be the first people to have the book. I am a mess. I am a jumble. Here's a little clip of me opening and seeing my book physically for the first time. I'm so nervous because I just want everything to be perfect. Just crossing my fingers that the print is correct and that everything looks good so that I can finally announce that my book is available. This is my book! Oh, and my cover artist did such a beautiful job. If you have not been around long enough to know that I wrote a book or what the book is about, it is a Scottish Highlands romance set in the 1700s. If you are a fan of Outlander, A lot of people have compared it to a mix between Outlander and Call the Midwife or Beauty and the Beast. So if you like any of those things, you will probably like this book. I wanted to answer the main question I get asked is whether this is a spicy novel. If you're not familiar with the book world or book ratings, that just means, are there any on-screen bedroom scenes? And the answer is no. It is still very steamy. They are falling in love. They are attracted to each other. So there is a level of human attraction and there are kissing scenes. But there are no on-screen bedroom scenes. The other question I was asked is whether it matters which website it's pre-ordered on, and the answer is no. I believe I get the same amount of commission no matter what. So if you prefer Amazon, you can go buy it on Amazon. If you prefer Barnes & Noble, you can get it there. It is available in hardback, paperback, Kindle Unlimited, Kindle on Amazon. It is a Scottish Highlands romance set in the 1700s, and it features a plus-size main character and a widowed love interest, and it's available now. It's going to be available physically to all of you on August 1st when it comes out, but you can go pre-order now, and that would help me immensely. It makes a really big difference in getting it out there in the world to have pre-orders, and in being able to push it to physical bookstores to have pre-orders. So if you have pre-ordered it, like, thank you so much. I cannot express how... Oh, I didn't think I was gonna cry. Cannot express how much it means to me that anybody is interested in reading this and supporting me, and it just means the world. It means the world to me that you all are excited about this. But let's get back into it.
For dinner, I decided to make salmon loaf with creamed peas, mashed potatoes, salad, and a banana cream pie. The salmon loaf was very interesting to me as we do love meatloaf in our house, and this was a variation I had never tried. It consists of 2 cups of salmon with egg, butter, and breadcrumbs and any seasonings you like added. It was very simple to make, and I used canned salmon again because canned foods were generally more available in this time period, and it turned out to be a great way to use up some of the canned meat that I have in my pantry. This was a very simple dish to make, and surprisingly, I think I would make it again. I was not sure how the flavor would be, but I ended up really liking it. One of the things I appreciate about this cookbook and the majority of the meals is that they are all very simple and require fairly accessible ingredients. If you all would like me to do more out of this cookbook, I would love to. Just let me know and I will come up with another video. The salmon loaf is supposed to be served with an egg sauce, which is a white sauce with chopped egg put into it, and creamed peas are very simply just peas with a white sauce. So I made a double batch of white sauce, which is flour, butter, and milk with seasonings. When I told my mother-in-law about this menu and this project, because she had come over the day before, she said that creamed peas was something her mother made all of the time. And in fact, I used to eat a variation of this for my birthday dinner every year when I was younger. My mom always made us the meal that we wanted for our birthdays, and I always chose a white fish with a cream sauce, mashed potatoes, and peas. I haven't made white sauce in years, and I had forgotten that it's actually quite nice, especially if you add things like onion powder or garlic powder, of course salt, and maybe a little chicken bouillon to add more flavor, depending on what you're cooking. But for this meal, I did stick to the recipe. Once the sauce had thickened, I split it in half and added a chopped hard-boiled egg to one half to put over the salmon later. I took the other half of the sauce and added some canned peas. I would have preferred frozen peas myself, but this was all I had, and again, canned food was much more accessible in the 1940s, so this is what I went with. While I was waiting for my potatoes to boil, I decided to get dressed for the evening. I recently found a bunch of dead stock dresses on eBay. Dead stock means that these are vintage dresses from the 40s and the 50s and have never been worn. They all still had the store tags on them. The dress that I chose to wear is this beautiful blue one with the Art Deco style pattern. The store tag said that it was originally $5, which would equate to about $60 today. Freshening up was very common for a housewife to do, freshening up her lipstick and hair before her husband returned home. So, of course, I freshened up my makeup and got ready for dinner, even though on the day that I was filming, I did have to make this earlier than dinner time as we were going somewhere later. I was a little bit skeptical of how the salmon loaf might taste with the egg sauce on top. And if I'm honest, this is less fresh food than I have ever eaten for a dinner in a very long time. But it did all turn out tasting fairly good. The creamed peas could have been fresher. I probably would have liked them a lot more if I had been able to use frozen peas. It is a lot of mushy looking food, but I promise you the salmon loaf in particular was actually very good. Unfortunately, I did not have time to make the banana cream pie, but it is in essence just a pudding layered with bananas and whipped cream. If you like these type of videos, I would love for you to let me know down below. I find it very fun to cook out of vintage cookbooks and share meals like this, and I would love to try more. But that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little look into the past, and thank you for spending the day with me. Thank you again to June's Journey for sponsoring this video. If you would like to check them out, you can do so through the link in my description or the QR code on the screen. I hope that wherever you are feeling safe and loved, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!